Okay, we have 629 wealth. One thing I definitely want to do is...
She looks at you did a good job,
buying a passive skill. That's on this page. Sudden invasion. Increased damage by 25% in the first turn of combat. Yes. Not another one that's a bit too expensive right now. We could... You know what? I'm gonna increase my XP gain by 5%. So we level up a little bit faster. It's not a ton, but it's gonna matter sometimes. I'm also gonna buy a card removal, I think. Although, well, I am very likely going to buy that, but first let's see what we would actually remove. Shots are pretty useful. Smoke shot is still quite good. Arrow bags are a bit unexciting. We have better ways to spend our ultimate charges, but they are cheaper, so that does matter, I guess. Maneuvers, I like the fiends, but we maybe don't need 4 of them. Yeah, I think an arrow bag would be my removal right now. It's a decent card, but there are better quivers out there. So let's buy a removal. This is the one thing that's a bit confusing. It doesn't seem to let me scroll here with the controller. And it doesn't scroll automatically if you select a card too high up. So that's certainly a bit annoying. I hope they get that fixed. Acid shot. Deal 1 hit for 150% damage. Reduce target's armor by 50 until the end of combat. Another way to reduce armor. Same goes for Rancid Battlefield. But that also increases my armor. We have... Whoops. We have pretty high armor already. So... I do like Rancid Battlefield quite a bit, but I think I'm gonna go for another arrow here. And that acid shot does seem reasonable. Is it though? Maybe I take Rancid Battlefield for the armor. Well, do we really need more armor reduction? I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, I think I will skip. Game? Please let me skip. Well, here controller support shows its weakness. That is definitely the button that is on cancel there. Well, guess I have to use the mouse for that. That's annoying.
The blacksmith is hard at work when you approach him.
So runestones. How? Whoops. How do our runestones currently look like? We have... I am pretty happy with the runestones I currently have in my weapon, but I would like to get a cracked Eol upgraded and use that in my weapon. I assume it would be every 2 turns then, and that is extremely good. Yeah, I've noticed a few bugs myself, but as you said, they are very likely, it's very likely that they'll fix it over time because the game has just released. Yeah, I am pretty happy with the runes I currently have. I think we are good to move on. Keep some wealth. Do we have any currency we should spend? 146 crabs, that's not quite enough yet.
The blacksmith.
We have some runestone dust. Whoops. Here. Item slots, I don't care about those too much. Rare runestones as reward. We already have it. Mythical runestones as reward is expensive. The runestone slots would be very nice though. But I think if I boost the runestone drop chance some more, we will get more runestone dust, and in the end we will scale up the runestone dust faster and get to those runestone slots pretty soon. Seamstress, anything I want to do with you? Not really. So let's head out. Just quickly check our quests again. Oh, right. We need to talk to the scientist. You wanted the bark sample.
I can do my research immediately.
She disappears somewhere within her home. Weird sounds drift out to your ears, along with her muttering to herself. After a while, she emerges in a cloud of smoke.
So, boss, I think I know what happened to your friend and how he could be helped.
Oh?
I knew it couldn't be magic. I just knew it.
What happened then?
She takes out some paper and starts drawing diagrams you can't quite understand.
Wyrdness is morphing reality according to thoughts, wishes, and fears. It's all about the raw emotion, reactions to unfortunate events, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. At least, that's my theory on how humans or animals turn into weird spawn. I'm not sure the druids would agree. It's all about the effect that the weirdness has on human emotions. It seems that to some extent, they may become literal manifestations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is, this man isn't, well, cursed. There's nothing wrong with him. You said that this man feels remorse over what happened in his past, right? Perhaps he feels a need to be punished. And so the fire, tainted by the weirdness, granted him his wish. In my professional opinion, it's as simple as that.
So how can we help him?
Well, I'm really sorry to say this, but he'll be of no use to us. No groundbreaking discoveries are going to happen here.
Oh.
Yes, you can still save your friend. It's simple. Just talk to him, absolve him, free him, kill him, whatever he wishes. I'm pretty sure he could just stand up and walk away from that fire if he really wanted to.
Huh. Okay. Let's see. We could increase the item drop chance before we upgrade any items. What items would I upgrade? Warning lore is pretty nice. Wayfarer's leaves using less HP might make me use them more often. Consecrated oil lasting for another turn is very nice. Acid bomb probably not as important. Talking skull is a nice upgrade, as is Tome of Knowledge. Throwing knife probably not that important, but who knows? It could be pretty good. Smoke bomb duration, yeah, that's fine and all. Acid flask also not that important. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the drop chance increase. So we have more items to actually use for now. Okay, let's move out into the second area. A nice hill here where we can take a look. The area. I can see a milestone over to the right. Close to what looks like the boss. That is definitely the boss, but it's not gonna be close enough. Is that over there the treasure guardian? It might be. Nothing glowing on the left side at all. With this much light we won't get very far. We have to do some fights in the weird. It can't be helped. We only have one weird candle. So might as well start with the ones I know are not like elite or boss or something here on the left. Okay, we have a Soul Blade. That one is gonna increase his attacks whenever he takes hits until he attacks. Tainted Force, increase the damage of all enemies by 50% for 2 turns or lose 2 energy next turn. Both of these are pretty painful. Let's generate an arrow. I wanna focus down the Soul Blade first. But attacking them too often this turn might be a problem. Unless we can kill him next turn and use a stun. I should probably do the refill. Okay, that helps. We have the Furious Overdraw. That helps a ton. That might make it actually possible to get that kill this turn. Did I say actually possible? I mean very likely. And then we stun the skeleton. And we can play a standoff. Stun you as well. And just kill you while we're at it. Nice. We only have 1 energy this turn, but we only need to defend against 1 enemy, so that is fine with me. No need to play any more defenses. We can save our cost reduction for this turn. Let's play the corrosive weaponry and let it rain. I should have played the Phantom Shade as well. Go for a stun. We don't need the barrier this turn. This should actually get the kill with the Phantom shot. Yeah, Sentinel feels pretty good now. Spiritual Blows, draw 2 weak shot. It's 0 cost. That is very tempting. Swift movement, gain 30 armor for 4 turns. Yeah, I like swift movement. Desperate Deck. Discard all maneuvers, deal 1 hit for 0% damage. Damage increased by 50% for each card discarded. The flip side is... to all enemies, but 2 cost. This one flips to 30 armor for 2 turns, 30 armor for 1 turn. I think we have generally enough armor with our rune stones. I'm gonna go for the spiritual blows. We need to make sure... increase the maximum number of ultimate charges by 10? Wow. That's a lot. In the first turn of combat, draw 2 additional arrows. That's also nice. Typo, it says 2 additional arrow. Increase Phantom's damage by 25%. I think I'm gonna go with that, honestly. We are triggering the Phantom a lot. I wonder if that means it goes up to 75% damage. Or if that means it just does 25% more. Like... 62.5% damage. But either one is pretty good. I really like that we just have 1 runestone providing us 40 armor. Oh, Piper again. Can you teach me any other songs?
I can, definitely.
Song of a Berserker, increase everyone's armor, that's the one I currently have. Stunning Song, 50% chance to stun all enemies. And Song of a Guardian, gain a barrier for 20. I like the Song of a Barrier, but the Stunning Song is also not bad. We do have a slight stun sub-theme, but we didn't take the... Well, we do have a rune that increases our damage whenever we stun an enemy. But I think I'm gonna go with the shielding flute again. It seems to be generally the most powerful. That's under inventory. 20 barrier can be used once per combat. That's just a nice effect. Can block decent amount of damage for you. Probably a bit better than the armor one, but the armor one can also be somewhat useful. Let's do another fight in the weird. Two reds. These are hitting quite hard. Then we have the guy on the right who's gaining more hits whenever every turn until he's stunned. He gets stunned. And I think he's doubling his hits every turn, so we either need to take him out very quickly or stun him. Smoke shot could do so. What we definitely do this turn is Phantom's Aid. So we can play 3 arrows and trigger the arrow bag. Gain 20 barrier on all enemies, or lose 25% of your current HP. We can't really heal, but I would like to take down a target before I use that. Probably that one. Although these reds are also easy targets with the minus 210% armor. You know, I'm gonna try and go for a red here instead. I will stun the other one. Play the arrow bag. We have a future shot that's enough to finish the red. And this is enough to kill you. So right now the Phantom should be hitting for about 13 times 2, about 26, 13, roughly 13 damage. Can't trigger it anymore this turn though. Let's give the enemies their armor instead of losing health. And do we feint? No, we keep the cost reduction. We don't have to block this turn. Let's do a refill. Quick dodge, sure. That is useful. So our shot would deal 20 to 27 against this rat. It is actually 2. So our Phantom should do about half of that, and then increase by 25% again. Hit for 20, so that would be 23 to 32, 55 divided by 4, that's 12, 13, 13 times 0.75, increased by 25%. Yeah, it very much seems like it's actually increasing the damage to 75% of our damage. Yeah, pretty sure it is, from these numbers I'm seeing here. Let's get some corrosive weaponry. Reducing this guy's armor to almost 0. Let's overdraw into shadow shot, and then oh, the enemy's already dead. Yeah, we are doing good damage now. Cracked tier, sure. We might actually use the upgraded tier. That's 2 turns of 75% damage. We are often doing a lot of damage in the first 2 turns of combat. So that should be very much worth it. Allmother's altar. Let's perform the ritual. Healing power increased again. Do we want the All Mother's Blessings? That's 100 barrier for 0 cost. Yeah,
Priestess.
I think we do.
She carefully.
That is a pretty nice defensive card that we just gained 2 of. The question is, when do we use our 1 weird candle we have left? Probably against the Treasure Guardian. Maybe against the... Maybe we have to save it until the boss. Next hit does 75% less damage, lose 100 armor. That would put me at negative 50, which would give me at least 25 armor. So that's decent. Gain barrier equal to 100% of your current armor now and at the start of the next turn to your current armor. So that will defend us next turn when we have negative armor. Yes, let's do a dodge. Let's also draw an arrow to gain some damage and then start focusing down the leftmost target here. With pretty good effect. Stun the debuffer that we are not currently targeting and summon the doggo. I think we can deal with them negative 100 armor pretty easily. So we are down to negative 75 armor. We gained only 12 barrier from our passive because the armor reduction happened later apparently. But we still got the 50 armor from the dodge last turn. So that's nice. Oh, we have a rain. I think I want to play a big rain. So I think we do shadow, shot, corrosive weaponry and then rain. For pretty decent damage. Draw 2 weak shots. And let's draw some shots. Let's draw a Phantom 8. A Shadow Shot rather. We go for a weak shot on you. That should be enough to kill you next turn. Unbreakable Feints. That's gonna defend us. If we need that. I think we want it. And we can throw the Bolas shot on the one who is trying to buff himself. And make sure to get the already buffed ones down pretty quickly. Our rune is no longer in effect, so our damage isn't quite as good anymore. I'm gonna do a future shot, 1 damage is easy to do, and then Furious Overdraw for the other ones. Arrow Bag and Phantom's Aid. We use the normal shot on you and the Bolas shot to stun you. Sure. Let's sloth out the pet. Pet the doggo. Now we just need to defend this turn. Lose 25% of your current HP. No thank you. I'd rather not. And just get your barrier down. Final pet of the dog before we kill you. Rancid Battlefield. Reduce enemy armor by 25% until the end of combat. Yeah, we've seen that before. Field attack. Multi-shot all enemies for 50%, minus 50% damage. It's 2 cost. And then field hail multi-shot all enemies for 100% damage. I'm not super excited about that. It's pretty expensive the damage is quite low. It does hit all targets, which is nice, but I think Somersault is a pretty good card as well. Cracked Nid. For every point of unused energy, increase your damage by 50% next turn, and in the armor draw an additional card next turn. Tempting, but I don't think it fits very well into what we're currently doing. The extra draw could be nice, but keeping energy around is a bit
You see
difficult.
the bard sitting among his instruments. He's playing no music, and there's no joy in his words.
Hello there. I assume you'd like to learn a song, but I don't think I have any music left in me, friend. There's one song I could teach you, but after we're done, I won't remember who you are anymore. I won't remember who I am anymore. I won't remember anything anymore.
Learn a Song of Forgetting. Remove 3 cards from deck. But let's continue with the quest, I would say. No, stop. I promise I'll try to find your brother.
You will? But how?
You have no idea, but you don't let it show. You know, though, that there must be a way to find out what happened to Honey.
World Fixed in Evil, Part 2.
Did you have any luck finding...
Do we want to remove another card, or do we want to learn one of these pretty broken songs? I think we go with the song. Duplicate the next card played. Song of Plenty for 0 cost. Wow. Song of Restoration, heal 10 HP. Also nice. Song of Power, increase damage by 100% this turn. These are all so good. I think Song of Plenty is better than Song of Power. Is that true? With something like Overdraw and just generally our damage scaling pretty well, it might be. Song of Restoration is also not bad. What am I worried about? I think with our HP we are more likely to get one shot from an enemy we ignored for too long than like die to attrition. I don't think we need a Song of Restoration. Song of Power and Song of Plenty are both pretty good. Yeah, actually I changed my mind. I will take the Song of Power. I think because we are doing a lot of shots, which are not always huge, I think the damage buff that lasts the whole turn is more useful at the moment. Okay, we have the Overdraw in our starting hand. That is good. Do I play the Future Shot before I play the Overdraw to save an energy? I think so. We try to focus this enemy down first. And we go with the Phantom's Aid. That will allow us to play either Standoff or Spiritual Blows. We don't need to reduce your armor, we can kill you with a normal shot. And then we start working on one of these guys. And I think it's Standoff because that also defends us. And then we stun you, so you don't buff yourself, and summon a doggo. Draw 3 cards less or increase the armor of all enemies. Let's do a quick dodge. Target you. Well, I guess we're drawing 3 cards less. Somersault can help us find the necessary defense. Corrosive Weaponry for big damage. And this protects us fully against the 7 hits incoming. 8 actually, because of our dog. Time for the power turn. Can we kill you with the... Whoops, wrong card. Oh, we do have the energy. We can quite... No, we can kill you with a bowler shot. Because our Phantom is doing so much extra damage with every hit. This Phantom is a really strong passive. Bottomless bag, we've seen that before. No. Quick dodge. Flare shot. Place redirect effect on a chosen enemy until end of turn. That only matters if we use a lot of random shots. I think I'll take another quick dodge. That now makes it very okay. Makes it very okay to utilize our... to forget the normal fiends. Weaponized Quiver. Gain 30 max HP. Using a Quiver grants you 50% damage this turn. Wow. Gain 10 armor. Ultimate ability deals 2 hits for each ultimate charge. That's doubling the damage of the ultimate. Walking Fortress. Gain 2 damage at the start of each turn. Gain barrier equal to 50% of your armor. Ooh, these are all good. I don't think I want Scattershot. I have a lot of armor already and I don't use my ultimate ability often because I use the charges to play the quivers. Weaponized Quiver gives us quite a bit of extra damage. But so does Walking Fortress. Gain +2 damage is not nothing. And it helps us... As long as we can keep our armor up, it helps us defending. But if we can keep our armor up, we will already be pretty well defended. And Weaponized Quiver is probably more damage on average. And the 30 max HP is also good. But scaling up our base damage is always a good way to scale. And this will allow us to play more aggressively, and a lot of the turns we will just be defended from this alone. I'm gonna go with Walking Fortress. That seems really quite good. These masteries were all so strong. I'm a bit surprised. Oh, the famished prisoner. Can hardly see him.
You with sad eyes. He is still unable to speak.
Are you Quilin? A certain man asked me to find you.
He looks at you, surprised and confused. You can see that he wants to tell you something, but he can't. He points to his open mouth. He opens his mouth and you realize that he has no tongue. He makes a begging gesture. He starts to imitate someone walking with a cane. He begs again.
Huh. Didn't quite understand what that gesture is supposed to mean. Invitation to funerals. Turns out that Seeking Traveler was a domesticated wolf looking for its master. You're twisted by the Wyrdness and forced to take the shape of a man. You've got a new companion now. But the witch still didn't explain what she... Ah, yes, we need to find the witch again. A flame purifies all. It's up to you to decide whether to absolve the man from his sins and help him leave his fiery prison or to condemn him to it forever. Turns out the famished prisoner was the very man you sought. He asked you to find his tongue. The only clue you have to its whereabouts is his imitations of the movements of someone very old. I have an idea. I have an idea who could help us with that. There is a very old person with... What is it? An octopus or something? Maybe she has the tongue. Hi Karas, welcome! It's going pretty well. We have a quite a powerful deck right now. Oh, Song of Power in our opening hand. We don't have enough arrows for the arrow back though. Next hit does 75% less damage, lose 100 armor. We only have the quick dodge, so the 100 armor would severely hinder our defenses. Song of Power does mostly cancel out the damage loss. And let's go with the Phantom's Aid. I think we focus down you because you multiply your damage like crazy. Focus down, I mean... I guess we focus them down. Another Phantom's Aid. Double somersault. The Furious Overdraw. I should have played that first. Let's play the dodge. Summon a doggo. Use the ult. I should have played the Furious Overdraw first. Whoops. Then I could have killed. But it's fine. We are dealing a ton of damage. Cracked Ethel and Cracked Gifu. Yeah, not really what I'm looking for. But nice to have nonetheless. Blood Altar. Pray for wealth. Pray for max HP. Pray for 2 weird candles. That is tempting. Pray for light. Yeah. I think that's the best we can do right now. Because we're so low on weird candles. And we still need to beat the Treasure Guardian in this area. Let's take a look at the map again. Not sure where the Treasure Guardian is. It's probably the one of the bright lights that we can see. You are a perverted life force, the 20 damage one. Yeah. Okay. I don't think that should be a big problem for us anymore. We are already defended. I think we focus down the summoner first. Let's turn the quick dodge back to the other side. With the arrow, Phantom arrow, that will be fine. Play out these disturbances. I can keep my energy. My energy boost. Song of Power seems nice. That takes care of you. Summon the doggo. I should have used my ultimate to finish the fight, but oops, that was the wrong one. Now we actually gave them more armor. Let's just use the ult. Level 11. Arrows of the past? I don't think so. Agile draft, draw 2 arrows. I still don't get this one. What's the point? Why would we ever take Agile Draft? Arrow Bag is just superior. Acid Shot, I would like some more arrows, but I don't like that one very much. Let's reroll. Finishing Touch, no, no. Weird Fiber Shot. Draw 0 weak shots and gain 0 barrier. 1 weak shot and 20 barrier for every 2 ultimate charges. That is tempting, but we have so many quivers that require our ultimate charges already that I don't think we can really take it reasonably. I guess we'll skip. Our deck is pretty strong right now, so I'm not too sad about skipping. We're getting a good amount of runestones here. Certainly. Tainted
The
altar.
guardian of this altar respect.
We can gain a random stat boost, remove a card, or get a random passive. I like removing cards. I want to get some fiends out of the deck. That might be the best option, but a random passive is also very good. From what I've seen, the passives for the Sentinel are quite good. I want to see more of them. Target practice. Whenever an enemy was hit more than 4 times in a turn, reduced its armor by 100 for 3 turns. Okay, yeah, sure. We do that from time to time. Like, let me look at this again. No, not here. There. Whenever an enemy was hit more than 4 times in a turn, reduce its armor. That's actually just 2 shots because of our phantom. So we just need to shoot at them 2 times and we reduce their armor by 100. That is quite good. That is really good, actually. These guys, they are not my favorite. Draw 3 cards less or increase the armor of all enemies. You know what? It's not such a big deal to increase their armor this turn. We are fully defended. 4, 6, 14, 19 or 20 maximum. So yeah, let's gain... No, let's gain the damage and hit them very, very hard. I'm gonna take out the small enemies out of the fight. No. No, I think I will target one of these guys next. Yeah. Yeah, that's doing quite well. Drawing less cards this turn. Hopefully not a huge problem. That's not quite enough. We don't have that much defense. I think our best bet is taking down you. Then we stun you. This enemy was good target practice. Okay. Let's play this Slothful. Draw as many arrows as we can to increase our damage this turn. You should die to a smoke shot, actually. Ah, if we don't deal damage, we also don't trigger target practice. That is consistent with how hits work. Doesn't make it much weaker. There we go. Now I'm like, how could I lose my first Sentinel run? But I didn't have much armor back then, so that certainly makes a difference.
Anywhere nearby.
Gain some Wyrdstone from Silence. There should still be a milestone around here somewhere. Right? Have I missed one over here? Certainly I haven't missed a milestone, right? Unless... Okay, I have missed it. Yeah, it was in an area where there were no enemies and nothing. So we gain a Weird Candle. Because not much else to do with that one. We now have weird...
Deep within the weirdness,
Ah, yes.
you find her again. As terrifying as before, and now with the pained expression of a woman who's getting closer to giving birth. She doesn't say a word when she sees you.
A gift from Nath, made especially for you.
You leave the gown in front of her and take a step back. She looks at it intensely for a moment. Eventually, she whispers,
I see, I understand
"You
gift.
can hear the rustle of 1,000 tiny
Thank
legs nearby."
Nath. Nath cares. Nath friend, you friend, now leave. NPC saved. New objective. Report back to Nath, I would assume. That should get us her card. Alright, we haven't even thought about buying the other NPC's cards. Quite a few of them could be quite good for us, actually. Tainted Force. Lose 75% damage next turn. You know, with all the damage we have in hand this turn, that's kind of okay with me. Because we're not likely to draw into much damage at all next turn. We definitely need to focus down you. Your good target practice. Why did it not trigger after 4 hits? It only triggers on the 5th hit. That is strange. You know, we still have decent damage this turn. Let's draw our arrows first to increase our damage even more. There we go. That went well. A talking skull. These are pretty useful items. Piercing shot, fate breaking shot, and heavy shot. Deal 1 hit for 100% damage. Reduce the energy cost of 1 card in hand by 1. Heavy shot, deal a hit for 200% damage. And piercing shot, deal a hit for 125 damage. Pierce. I kind of like the piercing shot because it's free. The fate breaking shot is kind of free as well, but it's only a hit for 100% damage. And the cost reduction is only for 1 turn, because cost reduction in this game usually are only for 1 turn. So it's kind of just a shot. Like, when is this better than shot? You get the energy refunded, but... yeah, fate breaking shot seems pretty useless. Heavy shot at least is 2 shots in terms of damage, but piercing shot is solid. It's also some nice utility. Each hit has a 10% chance to deal 50% more damage. Critical hit, not bad. In the first turn of combat, gain 50 armor, no. Start every combat with 2 ultimate charges, yes. We want to be able to play our quivers as early as possible. Oh nice, another Gar merge. If we can find a final set of them, we're gonna get the highest version of that, and that's gonna be quite good. Cursed healer. No. We haven't even bought the healing mixtures in town, and they are cheaper, so we certainly won't buy these ones. One more fight. Actually, I think we could walk around you, get to this weird stone, and benefit from a boost. take down a treasure guardian.
As the flickering light.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, that's the scientist. That might be useful. No arrow in hand, so even with the 2 starting ultimate charges we can play the spiritual quiver. Spiritual blows. That's a bit annoying. Do we care who we target or do we just rain? I kinda think we care who we target. We wanna target you first. Maybe Doggo can actually finish that one off for us. Use a dodge for next turn mostly. That's it. Nice. Good job, dog. Well done. Okay, this is a great Song of Power turn. Draw a bunch of extra arrows. Start with a piercing shot because it ignores positive armor. And we reduce the armor. Then we finish you off. Yeah, the target practice is kind of bad now that I know it requires a 3rd hit. Bad against normal enemies. Still pretty good against bosses. And I mean the ultimate is also a thing that triggers it. So if we use our ultimate, it's quite useful actually. What did you find?
Again. Unfortunately, I only have.
Portion of strength, shielding, or health. We take strength. We have enough armor from our rune stones. And well, max health would also be nice, but I think damage is really where it's at. Especially against these enemies. These are at every hit under 50 is negated. So these might be a bit of a problem to get through their defenses. We want to start with the leftmost one because that one is buffing. Let's do an arrow back. That increases our damage. Oh, there are 4 this time around. I didn't even notice until now. It used to be only there used to be fewer of them. There used to be only 3 in normal fights. Do I play a quick dodge? No, I have my defense already and the quick one doesn't last until the next turn. Triple somersault. Let's get a rain. Yeah, sure. Let's increase our damage a bit more. And then throw out a rain. That was far less effective than I would have thought. Let's draw our arrows first, because that boosts our damage. Reduce your armor so that we can take you down, hopefully. Not quite there yet. Okay, we just did enough hits, that helped. Summon Doggo. And pass. Okay, Furious Overdraw, that should give us the damage to finish this. Also draw some arrows. We can use a future shot for you now. right? There we go. That was pretty easy. Advanced Fiends. Gain 20 armor this turn, then gain barrier equal to 100% of your armor. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Exposition. Deal 1 hit for 100% damage, gain 50% damage for 2 turns. And David, gain 75 barrier if your armor is equal or smaller than 25. And then the opposite is if your armor is larger than 25. Is it larger? Is it larger or equal? Equal or higher. Oh, you can actually use that at exactly 25 armor. Both sides. That's pretty neat. Advanced Fiends is a really good defensive card. Exposition. 1 hit for 100, gain 50% damage for 2 turns. Then 1 hit for 200, gain 100% damage for 2 turns. And finally a hit for 400, lose 50% damage for 2 turns. It's not a shot, so it doesn't charge our ultimate, which is the major downside of this card. Advanced Fiends is a really good defensive card, honestly. The opposite side is 20 armor for 2 turns, so that's really, really nice. I think I'll take it. I will try to get some more card removals if I can find them. So I can cut some normal fiends.
By this beast. When you filled your
Armor slot, weird shards, weapon slot, weapon slot. We're all about that damage. So, I wanted a cracked Eol. I wanted to upgrade it, but now that we have the 3rd slot, I think I'm fine with an unupgraded one. It's gonna be quite good. Every 3rd turn will deal maximum damage. Okay, that's this area clear. We have talked to the scientist, we have talked to the godless healing guy. We have... Wait, we could do that like this? No. Not on the map though. Tainted Altar we have used, Blood Altar we have used, All Mother's Altar we have used. Okay, time for the boss. Let's pop a weird candle, or even 2, for Dullahan. I think Dullahan is the more difficult of the 2 second bosses. Gain 100% damage next turn, but deal a hit for massive damage. Let's see what we draw with Somersault. It's just a defensive card. I'm gonna reduce your armor first, and then I will go for the massive damage hit. We have quite a lot of armor reduction here. With corrosive weaponry, reducing their armor by 50 each time. And the target practice. Oops, I didn't want to play that fiend, but it's fine. Yeah, that was a good first turn, I think. Start with the armor reduction. Follow that up with the smaller shots. Before we play a quiver to gain more shots. And then just throw out all the hits. Target practice is stacking up. Goodbye, Dullahan. That was... Yeah, we are... Now I kind of wish we could change our plan and go to the final boss after all, because this character is dealing a ton of damage.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before.
But we have already declined one Weirdstone Heart, so we're not gonna take the others. I'm gonna take another passive skill. Start of the return, reduce armor of all enemies by 5. No. At the start of combat, gain an energy. Ooh. Every 12 card is duplicated. Also nice. I'll take the energy. I kind of want to find some more card draw. I'm not sure where from though. Neath.
What can I do for you?
We delivered your clothes.
Before you have a chance to finish, the seamstress cuts in.
I know. And at the same time, you've made a powerful ally. I've met her, and I'll meet her again to help her as she gives birth.
She exhales a sigh of relief.
But she was content that she doesn't have to worry about my safety anymore. So, we're good for the time being.
The Weaver of Tendons completed. NPC saved and special card unlocked. Where do we buy the special card? It's here. That is weird. The other buy option is here, so... Well. Blood Fabric. Offer 10 HP and gain 6 barrier. 2 barrier for each 5 HP missing. Ugh. That is... Can I turn that down? I wanna turn it down. Please, game, let me turn it down. I paid for it. I don't have to take it. I can't accept it either. Oh. No. Well, I guess I accept it. The card is probably quite good for something like a Berserker. Or maybe a Blood Mage. But not really for this class. Well, glad we know that now.
You're back already?
Your card was quite good. Your card was really good, actually. Tactical Mastery. Discard all cards, draw 0 cards and reduce its cost by 1 this turn. Draw 1 card for each discarded card. Not draw. Draw 0. It's not just draw 0. I think I want to upgrade the and draw more cards every turn, so I will save up my card scraps for that. We don't have a lot of runestone dust. Do we have the runes to... Do we have the runestones to transmute into Eol? It doesn't seem like it. We only have 5, we would need 6. I would really like upgrading an Eol, but let's order this a bit. We don't really need ethels anymore though. Although they could still be nice in the weapon slot. Tears I am using right now. Nid, we have only one of these. There's a Stan, I am not currently using those. And I probably won't be using them this run. So we could gladly give those away. We have a Calc that I might use sometimes. We have another Gar, which we are currently using. We have a Gifu that I don't really like. We have 2 of them in fact. And we have the Guioth that I wanna... No. Not the Guioth. That's not really that good. And a Win.
The blacksmith.
What's an offer? Calc, Stan, and Gar. I will take the Gar. And then we will transmute. Commons. Calc I might use. Stan I'm really unlikely to use, but I don't want to give away the polished, so I'm gonna give away 2 cracked. here we might want to upgrade. Gar is the one we want. Actually, I will give away the polished stand then. And we want to transmute that into the weapon damage one, right? Transmute into Gar. And then we should be able to upgrade the Gars. No, huh? Yeah, this button. And combine these again. Nice. It gave us 3 runestone dust. So the second combining counts double.
It's
Oh.
a magnificent creature. I'm pretty sure it was looking for you.
You see the man playing with a wolf. Looking closer, you realize that it's the same wolf that joined your adventure a while ago. Summon your wolf. I already have it summoned. But seems like we can pick it up at the Lost Soul. Should I upgrade the healing? No. We can't do much with the weird stone though. Is this everything? Seems like this is everything. I'm actually gonna spend another 400 on another passive. I wanna see what we get. Whenever a maneuver deals damage. Whenever a maneuver deals at least 1 hit, gain 3 ultimate charges. Now I wish we would have picked that that maneuver that dealt damage, because gaining 3 ultimate charges from that would be would make it from pretty decent, but it doesn't give us ultimate charges, to holy shit, is that a good card.